Hi everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Today, really, we're doing this at nighttime right now. But we're really excited about talking about something that I think all of us need to pay attention to. And that's stop apologizing to everything. Some of us apologize every 5 minutes. Some of us apologize once a day, twice a day, 10 times a day.
It's a mind-boggling thing because when you said that earlier, let's talk about, I'm like, oh yeah, I say, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I'm sorry this, I'm sorry that. And after a while, you said, I'm sorry. How many times a day do you think you say it?
Do you think that you're programmed to do that, Sharon? I mean, I think it's okay to apologize for when the true apology is needed.
Absolutely. Yeah, but,
You know,
but I think we become conditioned to just say, I'm sorry to people because, and I am sorry that sometimes they're having to deal with that. But
are you really sorry, or you feel bad for them? But
I feel
not
bad
sorry?
for them, but I'm not sorry. I mean,
No, you're not
I
really
didn't
sorry.
I didn't create it.
No,
that
you
was
didn't.
their whole problem, and I'm just sorry they're going through that, and that's nice to say. But then when you stop and think, how many times a day do I really say that?
And what's it do to your personality and how you feel?
I didn't create it, so why am I saying I'm sorry? So you're right. Maybe.
And how do you feel after
I
that?
wish
Do
you
feel
weren't dealing with
smaller
it.
because of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What does that say? You're a sorry person?
Yeah.
You're sorry. What
And
does that
I
mean?
had a child that used to do that.
Really?
Yeah. Mom, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I really, it wasn't my fault. I'm sorry. If you think it, and
And
I'm
that's
like,
not healthy.
oh my gosh, I'm going to stop it. It's forgotten. Let's get over it, But I think we all do it. And I'm going to try to really, now that you've said that, try to listen to myself and listen to other people. And if they do the same thing, sorry we couldn't get in sooner. I'm sorry we were 5 minutes late. I'm sorry if this is a bad time for you. I mean, I hear that on the phone every day.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry if I've interrupted something. Oh, just come in, I'll let you know if I'm in the middle of something, but,
Well,
so-
I've got something for you.
okay.
Why don't you try this?
Okay.
For 30 days, can you go without saying I'm sorry? Could you possibly, that doesn't mean you're going to do it.
I
but
can
you could
certainly be aware
try.
of it, right.
And
I think
be
it would
aware.
open your awareness.
Right.
Now, if I've harmed somebody in some way, I'm going to apologize.
Of course, but
Right.
that's a little bit different than
just the...
constantly using the word I'm sorry for
Yeah.
everything. So everything we put out there comes back here, right into our own body and soul, and
Right.
everything about who we are.
And maybe it makes us feel a little smaller every time we say I'm sorry.
Exactly, and that's true.
That's a good
Will.
point. Very good point.
So I learned this a long time ago, and it's rarely that I apologize, and I shouldn't say because I've got an ego or because I don't think I'm right or wrong. I just look at it from a perspective of I'm not what those words mean to me, to my soul, to my inner self. It means I'm a sorry person.
Yeah,
I mean, and we're using those too much.
Right.
And
You can even go
everybody
back and
is.
look through your texts.
Yes.
And how many times you say, I'm so sorry I'm running late. I'm so
Yes.
sorry this. I'm so sorry. It really is something to think about. It's really to become aware of.
So my thought for you is, Sharon, because I've done it before. I've done this like 5 times. I used to have a training company, and we used to have some of our clients, some of our people, go back and just write that down. We weren't going to judge them. We weren't going to feel
Write it down every time you say I'm sorry.
Exactly. And all they did is keep putting a line, and you're going to be surprised.
Oh, I bet.
I bet most of you are going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Because we don't realize it's almost like a self-inflicted belief system that we have to say I'm sorry for everything. And some things are not healthy for our own body, because our body keeps thinking, why are we so sorry?
She's a bad person. She says I'm sorry 100 times a day. Yeah, no, I know. It's a weird thought, but you're totally right. Well, now that I look back, and I'm gonna go back and read some of my texts, because
Can you imagine if you said I'm sorry even 20 times a day?
That's
what
a lot.
it's doing to you.
Yeah.
And so I want to challenge everybody out there, and I challenge you.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to it and go 30 days and see how many times, every time you say I'm sorry, go put a little mark on the sheet of paper. If it's 10 times, 12 times, you're going to be shocked. I was shocked.
I will be shocked. You're
Yeah,
right. Because I know I'm always the apologetic type. So I just know. I know.
Yeah.
That's just always been my personality. When I think about it, people that say that to me that are just so sweet and like, I'm so sorry, I'm going,
Isn't it driving
don't
you
worry
crazy?
about it. Yeah. So I hope I'm not driving other people crazy too. Oh.
So, I just want to challenge everybody out there. We're not going to make this really long. Take that challenge. Don't sit there and say, yeah, whatever. But take that challenge and just do it for 30 days.
Yeah, and even if you don't write it down, be aware of how many times a day. Trust me, you'll be able to count in your head. I bet I've said it a dozen times today. So yeah.
I have a Fitbit, and I think there's many of us have a Fitbit. And I love to check to see how many steps a day.
Oh yeah.
And so I think it's really important to keep track of that just for a week. How many times you say you're sorry, because you're going to be shocked. When I walk, I'm shocked sometimes about how many more steps I've taken than I thought I was going to, or how many steps I thought I took and didn't. And not that these are so important or whatever, but it's a guideline for me to look at it and say, you know what, I want to stay at 10,000 steps a day because it's supposed to be so good for your heart. I know it's good for me. That's all I know. And I'm usually at 15,000 steps and like 10 floors. And I love that. That feels good to me. If you look at it from a perspective of how many times you said you're sorry, go look at that. And I would mark it on my phone or on a little tiny sheet of paper, and just, if you said you're sorry 6 times that day, put the date on there and write down, and you're gonna be surprised because we have been programmed to do.
So what words have you come up with to replace that? How did you stop, instead of saying, I'm so sorry, just say, what do you say?
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. That's it. People just, in my training environment, people just want to know that you understood, that you really, truly understood what they were saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, I'm sorry. We had a lot of training programs that said, I understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
Let me suggest a couple things.
I'm saying, I understand and I'm sad for you.
Right.
Or I understand it and I wish you weren't having to go through that.
That's right.
Something
And
along
that's
that
it.
lines.
And that's it.
Opposed to saying, I'm
Because
so sorry.
I understand means that you're involved in the situation, but you're not a sorry person.
Right.
Because it's
Interesting.
not your problem. It's not your issue. It's not your concern. It's when you come together, you're looking at it and say, I understand what you're going through. And let me suggest a couple things. I understand what you've done or what happened. Let me give you some thoughts or ideas as to what to do. But you don't want to say, I'm sorry. Because remember, go look up what I'm sorry or sorry is the explanation in the dictionary.
The dictionary.
What does it say?
I love that when I go look up words.
Yes.
I love dictionary. I've got it on my cell phone now. But it is kind of crazy to see the definition of some of these words and you think, I'm not using that correctly then, or you know, I need to find a new word for that. So yeah.
Well,
Good
this
idea.
is-
I will
this is
try
perfect.
it. Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Let's see in 30 days. We'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this again.
Yeah.
I really think it's important that each one of you take that 30-day challenge. Even if it seems like it's not going to be a big deal,
Yeah.
I think you're going to find out a lot about yourself and what you're feeding yourself about being sorry.
I think that might even beget other challenges, or listening to yourself talk and think, oh, I use that word a lot too. Why am I saying that? So
Exactly.
listening to yourself can be
That's
really
a
important.
perfect idea, Sharon. Thank you
Good job.
so much.
for seeing
Take
us
the
here.
challenge.
Yeah.
Take the challenge. Let's see where you go, and we'll come back to it in a few weeks, and we'll see what you did.
And stay tuned to Mother Phoenix Rising. We've got more goodies for you. Thank you.
Bye.